So what's the definition of whole food or real food?
Right? Eat more plants. Listen to your hunger. Intermittent fast. Go back to the basics.
I used to think that I always needed to eat because I didn't want to lose weight. I don't want to get too skinny. And I think I need to eat all the time. And I've realized, like, I don't need to eat all the time. And I've started intermittent fasting. I stop eating 3 or 4 hours before I go to sleep at night. And I used to think that I needed to eat because I would wake up in the middle of the night. But I've learned to embrace being hungry. And I'll tell you, that's one of the best things I ever learned was to embrace being hungry. We don't need to eat all the time.
No.
I've got plenty of fuel. Food is fuel. I heard you say that the last time we spoke.
Right.
Food is fuel. The last thing you need right before you go to bed is fuel.
Right.
You're going to sleep.
You're going to sleep. And let's say you deplete your glycogen stores during sleep. You're not going to die. Your body's going to tap into fat. That's fuel number 2 that we'll go into. So I think from that perspective, it's like the body really is incredible. And it goes through major metabolic adaptation for the sake of survival. So I think when you're feeling hungry and you're about to go to sleep, it's just like, man, it's just not, you're not going to die during the night. Your body's going to keep you alive and everything, all the systems are still going to work, right?
Yeah. Is there a question that you've always wanted to be asked, but the interviewer never got around to it?
Let's see. I think one of the questions that I don't get asked enough, but I get it asked not by interviewers, but constantly by my patients is, what's the best diet out there? Right? Oh, there's so many diets. There's so much information. And no one likes my answer. It's totally non-sexy. But the best diet out there is the one that's nutrient dense, fits within your environment, what we just talked about, and one you can stick to. And for everyone, that's going to be different. I have patients that hate intermittent fasting. I have patients that do awesome with keto. Others that say, oh, I can't sustain keto. So we go back to this measure of success, whether you're an alcoholic or you're a food addict, and look at, okay, success is not measured within 3 months, right? So what diet can you stick to? To most people, if you look at the studies, it really just boils down to the basics.
To get a free copy of the 12-step guide that I created for you, click on the link in the description below.
Right? Eat more plants. Listen to your hunger. Intermittent fast. Go back to the basics.
And what I've heard you say in the past is eat whole foods.
Eat whole foods, right. At least 90% of the time. A lot of clinicians will say, hey, make it an 80-20. I think people are better than that. I think you can go 90-10. Still have that Oreo if you want to have. Still have the ice cream if you want to have it. But if you're going to have ice cream, have real ice cream, right? Yeah. And really enjoy it. And don't feel shameful about it. Again, part of changing how we look at food and nutrition is also related to part of how we look at changing our relationship with food, right? Food cannot be entertainment or the mental health that we're looking for or the drug. So once we change the semantics and once we really look at it as fuel, we'll be in a much better place.
Right. Food is fuel. That's it.
Food is fuel.
And when you go out to dinner with a bunch of friends, that's entertainment.
Yeah, right. And you're distracted when you go out to dinner, right? Think about how much we eat, and there's studies on this. Think about how much we eat out to dinner related to I am sitting alone at my kitchen table. Huge difference.
So what's the definition of whole food or real food?
I still steal mine from Michael Pollan. He still has the best one out there, and he defines food as something that comes from nature, is fed from nature, and will eventually rot. That is food. So when you have your meat from that pasture-raised, grass-finished cow, you are eating food. But if you go out to dinner tonight, Tim, and you get a cheeseburger that's factory-made, right? It's coming from a CAFO lot, and the cows are eating grain, and they're not eating any grass. They're not eating from nature. Now you're no longer eating food. So I think that's the best definition of food because it takes us back to the most primal way of eating, right? Something that is coming from nature.
If you got value from this video, if you heard what you needed to hear, be sure to like it. Comment if you've got a question or you have something to say. Subscribe to the channel. Camelback Recovery provides treatment services for people struggling with mental health, mental illness, addiction, alcoholism, whatever it may be. So if you or a loved one is struggling, and you need some guidance and you need some direction, reach out to us. Our contact information is down below, or you can go to our website, camelbackrecovery.com, whether it be detox, inpatient treatment, outpatient treatment, sober living, recovery coaching, sober companion services, whatever it may be. Like I said, we can either help you or make sure that you get sent in the right direction. We help people all over the country, all over the world for that matter. I'll see you on the next video.